So, guys, it's David here. Now, recently I got told off at work, and from my point of view, it looks like that I was not in the wrong. To me, I thought I followed the rules by the book, and therefore I thought my boss was having a tantrum. And in that situation, when I was getting told off, I had the initial feeling to just explode with rage, right? To just tell her how she's wrong and that I did nothing wrong, therefore I should not be blamed for this. But something came across me when I was in that situation when she was telling me off, and what really happened was that I started to remember what my friend said. One of my wise friends said to always be kind. To be kind even if you don't want to. To be kind even if you don't expect anything back from other people. Now, I thought to myself, David, what is the point of arguing back? Even let's just say that you are right, which I was not certain at that point. But let's just say if I was right, and if I argue back, what do I gain from that? Do I prove something? Do I elevate my pride? What, in a way, do I gain? Do I even make her feel better about it by arguing back? Do I change the fact that I was getting told off? No, but rather I was just being defensive. I was just being defensive and I was just not owning up to what could have been or could not been my fault. But that was not the problem. You see, by being kind, you have literally nothing to lose. Perhaps she was having a bad day, and you never know that. Perhaps things were not going great at her house. Perhaps, heck, to say it poorly, she may have lost someone that day. God bless she didn't, but let's just say that did happen. Then by you arguing back, that makes you the dickhead at the end, right? Because nobody likes to have an argument. People argue. Perhaps this is their way of releasing build up stress and anger. Perhaps they don't meditate. Perhaps they don't even journal. Perhaps they don't even have this self awareness like you do. And we just cannot compare other people to yourself. Just because you have all the peace and calmness, just because you are empathetic and care for the people, does not mean they are like you too. So I was kind that day, and I didn't speak anything. I didn't say anything back to her. Rather, I just took it like a man or like any other human being, really. And today, I saw her, and I just gave her a warm smile before I left, and I could see that she was trying to smile back at me too, and that just really it was it was a revelation in a way that was something I could have not gotten from arguing back. Right? You could have not made her day by arguing back. But rather, beat anger, right? Beat negativity with kindness. And let me say this one more time, guys, that you would not gain anything from arguing back with someone else. That you would not gain everything, or perhaps even help anyone in the situation by trying to prove a point because your own pride or whatever it is that has gotten hurt. Kindness will make your life easier. Kindness will bring joy to yourself. And that really is perhaps the most important thing I understood is that, yes, sometimes you may smile at someone and they may still frown. Sometimes you may be the most kindest person to someone and they will still scroll at you. But that does not matter because you should not expect a reaction for your own kindness. You should just be kind for the sake of being kind, quote one of my wise friends. And at the beginning, I thought that made no sense whatsoever. But really, you should just be kind for yourself. You should just be kind for your own mental health. Because the world is already as depressing as it is. And the reason that is, and one of the reasons, is because everybody expects something from someone else. And obviously, if the world is not like that, if nobody is expecting and rather all kind, then perhaps we will have a better world. But let's just understand what you can do for yourself and what you can change. And let's not focus on what you cannot control. So be kind. It will cost you nothing. And sometimes, in those rare situations, you will receive some kindness back. But understand that you can never know what is happening to someone else's life. And just because someone had an attitude towards you, or perhaps they couldn't contain their own anger, it does not mean that it is personal, but they are just going through shit. So try to understand things from the other person's point of view and just understand that nobody's out here to get you. Be kind and your world will change. So I hope you guys have learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. But until then, good night.